stressed.
Okay, fantastic. Now, there's a, so public side, private sector, there's a third side to this, which is Nigerians, which are facing cost pressures. And, you know, the question, of course, is whether or not this is a good time. We did have Engineer Benga Adebayo of ALTEN, Association of Licensed Telecom Operators, and here's what he said back when we had, you know, back, I think it was an op-ed from April. He says, "We fully understand and appreciate the financial stress that Nigerians are experiencing today. Cost of living is the single most significant factor in most people's daily lives, but those people are still able to enjoy the benefits that connectivity brings at the price they paid before these challenges became so acute." Maybe it's an obvious question since you are both kind of on the same side here, but do you agree with that? And also, what would be your response to, I guess, the whether or not this is a good time for that to happen with the cost of living pressure?
So look, I think we're all on the same side. Us, the policymakers, the regulators, our chairman of ALTEN, Mr. Adebayo, and the industry. And we're all on the same side because we're concerned about a few basic things. One, telecommunications is a fundamental human right these days. And a critical element towards driving an economy. And if you don't have a sustainable industry, it's going to affect your economy and the well-being of people. Yes, everyone in Nigeria has gone through difficult times in the last few years due to economic challenges, inflation, devaluation, etc., etc. But the challenge that we face, and we're not talking about profitability in the industry, we're just talking about sustainability. Profitability will come on a longer-term basis. But the challenge that we face is if you imagine a company that maybe 4 or 5 years ago earned ₦1 trillion, let's call it ₦1 billion for simplicity, and was making maybe 10% profit, so 100 billion. The total cost put together was 900 billion. Subsequently, 2 or 3 things have happened. One, the devaluation of the currency. Official rates have gone from about 420, 450 to about 1,550 odd at the end of the year. So that has driven our cost structures up drastically. So in paying for diesel has gone from pre-COVID times from 200-300 naira to 1,000 plus naira. Petrol has gone up several fold. The cost of power generation, the cost of procuring raw materials, what we call raw materials is a lot of things, batteries, fiber cables, base stations, towers, etc., to actually roll out and maintain these networks. We pay software licensing fees for these networks. Those costs have gone up astronomically. So you see in this hypothetical situation of a company that makes ₦1 billion a year and pays 900 million, sorry, I'm getting my numbers mixed up, in costs. Those costs have gone up to like 1,600, 1,900. So the costs that we're expending are actually exceeding our revenue, even though we are seeing revenue growth. And there's no way that the industry can continue to sustain itself and provide the required quality of service under this structure. Now, we've put forward requests of approximately 100% tariff increases to the regulators. I doubt they're going to approve that quantum of increases because they're very, very sensitive to the current economic situation in the country. But we're hopeful and optimistic that the realities are staring us in the face and the right decisions will be taken for the sustainability of the industry.
Fantastic. Now, for